Porn and masturbation is something that I struggled with for a very long time. And I remember this one day where I jerked off 5 times in a single day. Holy shit. And the saddest thing is that I always knew that I had to quit. It wasn't like on that day I decided like, oh shit, now I'm gonna quit, you know, because like 5 times in a single day is ridiculous. No, it wasn't like that. The saddest thing is that I always knew that I had to quit, but I couldn't just bring myself to do it because I was just in the cycle of, you know, I'm gonna quit, you know, oh shit, go back, you know, go shit, all back. And the most that I could go was like a week. You know, a week was very good for me. But I would be like, you know, every single day, a week was like when I was okay, you know, shit. It was very hard. And this was when I was going to the gym and everything and all, and I was still on self improvement. I wasn't like meditating or journaling, but I was still going to the gym, still learning about like self improvement and stuff. But I wasn't doing any of the good things. I was just in this cycle, you know. And I remember I had all of these questions, you know, holy shit, you know, what will I be like, you know, when because I knew I was gonna stop eventually at one point, but I couldn't say that holy shit, this I'm gonna stop now. I always knew that I had to stop, and I made decisions like holy shit, I'm not gonna do it now. I'm not gonna do it now. I'm not gonna do it now. But I would just keep going back, so I can relate to everybody. You know, it's a meta problem that we all have as guys. We struggle with it because I did not even, bro. I was on this shit even before I had my own phone. Don't ask me how. And when I got my own phone in like COVID, just went down, bro. Holy shit. And so the way that I changed, you know, I'm just gonna at this point. Alright. So I was back then. I was back in Pakistan. You know, now I'm in Istanbul. I'm on a fully funded scholarship over here, alhamdulillah and all. And I was like, okay, Amar, you're gonna go on this fully funded scholarship. You're gonna start a new life, and this was like my trigger for me. You know, I was like, I'm gonna go start a new life. I have to like stop these habits. And so the most that I went without it was like a month back in Pakistan. I went without porn and masturbation a month, and that was like a huge thing for me back at that time. And coming over here to Istanbul and staying in a dorm and everything, I'm not saying that it's difficult to jerk off in a dorm. You can, if you're gonna do it, you can do it anyway, basically, bro. Who gives a shit? But like coming here in this new environment, making all these new friends, you know, and exploring the city and everything, it just created a new environment for me where I was like, okay, I've been struggling with this, you know, I was already trying to get rid of it for a very long time, about a year, I would say, bros. Year, 8 months, you know. I was just like, oh, I have to stop. But for months, bro, I would just keep going back to it. Now that I think about it from like, as it's ridiculous. But yeah, and then I just came to Istanbul, and then I just stopped. I just stopped doing it, you know, because I was like, okay, this is who I am now. This is a part of my new identity, and so I have to use this new environment, this new change that I have and everything, to become this new person that I see myself to be. And so this change from like the environment that I had always grown up in, where I was jerking off, you know, switching from that to a completely new environment was basically what changed everything for me. And I remember I had all of these questions, you know, my younger self was like, holy shit, what am I gonna be like, you know, oh, this, does it affect this, does it affect this? And you know, those are just some of the questions that I had, and I still remember those questions, and the point of this video is to answer basically those questions. Basically, I'm just talking to my younger self, which might be you. And holy shit, bro, I'm proud of who I am, bro. I'm just so proud, man, because yeah, it was something that I'd been struggling with for years, bro. And just one single change, you know, and I'm clean off of porn and masturbation for like more than 9 months, I would say. But 9 months is like absolutely, you know, it's more than 9 months, bro. 10 months, I don't know. And I'm at the like golden point of NOFAP and masturbation, which is like where you forget that masturbation and porn is even a thing, you know. And I remember yesterday, what actually triggered me to, prompted me to make this video was I saw a Jack Piggott video on my Instagram where he was like, NOFAP timeline. And I was like, holy shit, you know, this is something that I used to struggle with for a very, very long time. And I had completely forgotten about like porn and masturbation and all. It's not that I don't get urges over here and over there, but it's like, you just learn to dissociate yourself with the urges. When you've been on it for so long, you can just let it pass by. And whenever you get the urge, you know, whenever you get the urge, I can just like be like, you're not actually the person. You're not your urges. You're not your urges. You're not this, you know, you're not this. You're actually the person behind experiencing all of this, experiencing all your emotion. You're the untethered soul. There's actually a book called Untethered Soul. It's a very good book. It's a bit repetitive, but it's a good book. It basically says like, who are you? You know, you're not the person. You're not your emotions. You're not the person. You're not your feelings or anything. You're actually the consciousness behind everything. You know, the stable, the immovable consciousness behind everything that is experiencing, that is like going on in front of you. You just see everything passing by and stuff. When you get these urges, and basically when you're at this golden point, you just disassociated with the need to go and jerk off, and you're just like, you know, you can just almost laugh about it, like, holy shit, look at me, I'm horny. 24/7. My bad, bro, my bad. And you can just learn to laugh and let it pass by. And so, I've been yapping for about 6 or 7 minutes, 6, 7, my bad, bro. And so, you know, I had all of these questions, and I just thought about some of those, and I'm gonna try and answer those. It's gonna be fun, bro. Like I said, I don't give a shit about my digital footprint, bro. I just putting this out there because I like making these videos, and I'm just happy to be here, bro. Let's go, let's go. And so I remember thinking like, oh, will it change my face? It absolutely does, bro. It absolutely did change my face, you know. I wouldn't say, I'm gonna refrain from using the words handsome. But like, it does change your face. I don't want to say it does, you know, because I'm not freaking 100 dudes. I'm just one guy, and I'm here to share my experience, bro. Bro, my face just became more masculine. My bone structure completely changed, by the way. I'm gonna put a link to my Instagram down there, and you can see like my old pictures and everything. Just go and be like, you know, artistically go down and be like, oh shit, this is the 8-month period, you know, after they see my stuff. Okay, maybe you can do that as well. But like, you can see my facial structure completely changing. And I think when I was like jerking off basically every other day, every day, holy shit, I would go to Instagram and they'd be like, guys, oh, you know, or when you retain your seed, there's this aura around you, you know. Woman can feel the guy who retains his seed and all, and they just feel attracted to him. More on woman attraction later. More attraction woman. We're gonna get to that part later. But I'm gonna be like, oh, they almost associate a magical thing to this, which I don't believe in. You know, I believe if you associate it with like, oh, you know, an aura around you and everything, which you can feel, but you cannot see everything. I think it's gonna make it harder for you to actually stop porn and masturbation. I think when we speak about it in terms of like, you know, there's nothing magical about it. If you're gonna stop jerking off, your hormones are gonna come to level, you know, they're gonna come together, they're gonna do their work. They're basically gonna do their work. Your testosterone, your whatever it is that affecting your facial structure, your harmony and everything. Everything is just gonna come together. Your face will change, obviously, you know. I'm not saying your face will change, I'm just saying mine did, but you can go to my Instagram. I'm gonna put a link to my Instagram, you know, you can just go and see it. My face did change, absolutely. And then there's a voice point as well, yeah, my voice did get deeper. Holy shit, my voice. Yeah, but my voice did get deeper. And I remember when I used to jerk off every single day, I was like, I remember on the 4th day, I would just jerk off, and when I would decide like, okay, I'm not gonna do it. On the 4th day is when I would feel like, you know, my voice getting a bit deeper. I don't know if you can relate to this or not. If you relate to this, then this is awesome. But like on the fourth day, I would feel like, oh, my voice is getting deeper, And so, and I can attribute that to a video that I saw about NoFap, which was like, oh, 0 to 4 days is actually the recovery phase, and after 4 days, your body is in like build mode. And I remember going to the gym, and I was like, holy shit, every single time I jerk off for 4 days, my body is in a recovery phase. It's just rebuilding the hormones that I basically just threw out of my body, like literally, my bad, bro. And so, like for 4 days, that's what's going on, and after that is when I'm actually, building my body. I'm actually trying to build my physique at all times. I could use that building phase, and my voice has also gotten deeper. So yeah, that's a plus as well. Another point is the attraction from women. Let's go. I don't think there's anything magical about this. It's absolutely true, by the way. How do I know? Holy shit! How do I know? I dropped my pen. My bad. Yeah, it's absolutely true, by the way, not gonna lie. But there's nothing magical about it, bro. Just think about it. If you're basically looking at women like that, and those are the thoughts that are going on in your mind, and you're unconsciously thinking about it like that way, and then you see a woman in real life. Holy shit, you see a woman in real life. When you don't have those like sexual thoughts at the back of your head, you're basically not objectifying a woman. I'm not saying that. Okay, bro, pause. When you're not doing it like that, you are gonna you're just gonna come off as a normal guy. You're just gonna be more normal. Okay, you're just gonna be able to have a normal conversation, maybe even flirt a little. I don't know, man. I don't know. How do I know this? But that part is actually real. Attraction of woman. Yes, sir. Because you just get more confidence, bro. The confidence part is absolutely real as well. And again, there's nothing magical about this stuff. If you're like not jerking off in secret, and then you go out in public, you're absolutely gonna have that confidence, like, holy shit, this is who I am. I do not have this dark, ashamed self of myself that I have to hide from people. If you get rid of that, all that's gonna be left is you and your confidence. And that's exactly who you are gonna be to everyone you meet around you. My social skills went up as well. But that was because I was trying to get them up on purpose too. And so, but they went up, bro. My social skills, bro. With girls, with guys, with everybody, I'm more social, bro. I'm like the most social guy I know. Okay, think about that. How cool is that, bro? I'm like, I wouldn't say I'm extroverted, but I like to do these social things, bro, where I'm going out, I see an old lady, I say, merhaba, I say can I help you and stuff. Bro, I'm just interacting, bro. I interact maximum, bro, with everybody. Social interactions. I'm the most social guy I know, bro. I talk to everybody, I have these fun social moments, which is the pleasure in life, when you go out and you have these moments with everybody. That's what actual pleasure is, and that's what I would say the biggest benefit of NoFap and all is that, again, there's nothing magical about this. When you're not getting that dopamine, you're not getting this. It's insanely addictive, by the way. When you're not getting those dopamine hits every single day, what you do is you start getting pleasure from other things in life. When you're getting so much pleasure from just one thing, which is basically just jerking off. Let's go. Let's not go, my man. When you're getting so much pleasure from these things, other things are going to become less pleasurable for you. You're not going to get enough pleasure from other things in your life, and that's what an addiction is. It's like a narrowing of things that you get pleasure from. You just get pleasure from one thing, and you can just keep doing it over and over and over again, and you just get less pleasure from everything else in life. And so when you cut that off, when you cut that pleasurable thingy off, everything else just moves up. It doesn't move up to that level. I'm not saying that interacting with someone on the street is as fun as jerking off. Because I do remember, bro, it's hella fun. Okay, I'm not denying that. Holy shit. But everything else becomes more enjoyable, I'm not saying that you can start to appreciate the shape of a leaf. But you're gonna have those moments where you're like, holy shit, man, this is fun, life is fun. And I do that, bro. I do that. In my friend circle, I'm that kind of guy, I'd be like, holy shit, guys. Yesterday, I remember, yesterday I was with my roommate who was from Venezuela, by the way, and we were going to the biggest mosque in Turkey. We just decided one day from our dorm, it was 15 minutes from our dorm, 40-minute walk, by the way. We just took a bus, it took us 20, 25, 15, I don't know, minutes. And then I stopped and I was like, holy shit, bro, we're just going to the biggest mosque in turkey on a random Tuesday night. And you're just gonna have more of these moments, where you just get pleasure from life. And the biggest thing is when you start getting pleasure. I remember, and there's this gym as well. I remember I felt like shit going to the gym because I just got so much pleasure from like porn and masturbation and everything. I wouldn't even want to go to the gym, bro. But I used to go to the gym because my younger brother used to go as well, and discipline and everything, whatever. But I just felt like shit going to the gym, and I wouldn't say I wouldn't push myself in the gym. I would go to failure and everything. That's good and everything. But why, bro? I just didn't like even enjoy going to the gym, and now I freaking love going to the gym, bro. I would say my energy, my motivation to go to the gym. This YouTube video is the first thing that I'm doing in the morning. I haven't even had breakfast. Okay, I woke up late. I missed breakfast. Okay, but I didn't even have breakfast. This is the first thing that I'm doing in the morning, and so you just get a huge part of it is has to do with like dopamine and everything. You just get pleasure from more things in life, and when you get pleasure from more things in life, that's when you're gonna move up. You're gonna start to do other things. For example, I meditate, I gratitude journal, which I'm so proud of, by the way. I'm so proud. And then I go to the gym, and then I read books, which I just enjoy, bro. I just enjoy reading books and all. And sometimes I just go to the balcony of my dorm, and I just make a cup of coffee, and I just sit there, bro, without phones, without distraction. I'm just looking at the view, drinking my cup of coffee. It's the little things that start giving you pleasure. That's a very good thing. And yeah, that's it. Does your dick get bigger? Nah, bro. I'm not like artistically measuring everything, but I should put this out there, by the way. For those of you who are wondering, I'm not gonna give you exact measurements. You're gonna have to message me on Instagram for that. I'm just kidding, bro. I'm just kidding. What the hell? But like, nah, it doesn't. I don't know. Maybe later. I'm. uh, yeah, but that was a big point as well. Oh shit, if I stop jerking off and everything, which is why I put this at the end. Other guys who clicked off. I don't want a lot of people knowing about this, but like, but I used to think like, holy shit, does getting off of porn and masturbation does it make your dick bigger? I don't know. Then I was like, does it? And nah, it doesn't, bro. How do I know? I put a scale next to it. I didn't do that, bro. I didn't do that. But yeah, it's like, but it's still worth it, I don't know, man. I don't know if you're happy with what you've got. I don't know. But like, it's still worth it, bro. Absolutely. I know in every aspect of your life. When I think about it, like from the perspective of 8 to 9 months of NOFAP, when I think about it like this, I'm like, holy shit, bro. I was thinking like, it's something that you can hide, something that you can do in secret and be like, oh, the rest of the world doesn't have to know about it. But it creeps in, the shame and the darkness, you can say, the pressure of hiding yourself, knowing that, this is not actually, you're just a jerk or offer. What's the word? The pain of hiding that and everything. It creeps into everything. It creeps into every single social interaction. And back then, I used to think like, oh, it doesn't, it's like, I can almost hide it and stuff. No one has to know, but it creeps into everything, bro. Especially after like 9 to 10 months of this, when I look back, I can tell, bro. I can tell. I was like, holy shit, bro. It just creeped into everything. It was like a part of something I was ashamed of, in every social interaction, in every like meeting with my friends or anything, I would be like, ashamed of myself and stuff. And so when you just get rid of that, ashamed part of yourself, everything just goes up in your life, every social interaction. I'm not gonna sit here and be like bullshit, you wanna interact with people, you don't look at women like I look at women, bro. My bad, bro. But many people associate this fantasy thing with this. Oh, you hold your seed in, and there's an aura around you, like women want you and stuff. Okay, but most of it can be broken down in like actual terms as to, you know, you're basically not ashamed of yourself, and so that just gives you more confidence. Boom. So there's nothing magical about it, but it is real, bro. Like the benefits and everything. I'm just so proud of who I am now. You know, I'm just so proud of, and I've changed everything in my life, bro. Like my life changed and all, but I'm a completely new, different person. Like from the outside as well, because like my facial structure and all changed, and I'm now more jacked and everything. You know, I go to the gym and all. Let's go, and I dropped my pen again. Yeah, a bit a longer video, but I hope for those of you watching this, holy shit, this is a long video, bro. But like, yeah, it's absolutely worth it, bro. It's absolutely worth it. Look at that bicep. Girl, look at that body. And I know, like, some of us are smart enough to be like, oh, you know, bro, you know it's bad for you. And I remember making these like creative excuses, like, oh, you know, it doesn't affect this. It actually does not affect this. It actually does not affect either, like this either. Well, I knew inside, I was like, bro, it affects everything, bro. I knew it inside. But I was just like, you know, being all smart and creative about it, like, holy shit, I can, you know, just finding excuses to jerk off, basically. But it does, bro. Like, when I'm thinking about it from now, after like getting rid of everything, it does affect everything, bro. It creeps into everything, bro. So just get rid of it and you will see everything go up in your life, bro. You will just get your coffee that you drink, it's gonna taste better. It's gonna taste better, bro. Everything, the pleasure from everything else goes up. Because right now you're just getting pleasure from one thing, you're getting insane amount of pleasure, bro. It's insanely addictive. I'm not saying that it's not fun. I'm not saying okay, wait, pause. But when you like get rid of that source of pleasure, then just everything goes up, bro. Yeah, and even if I can help even a single lad from this video, someone, you, I hope to help you, bro. My younger self. Amar, bro. I know it's hard, man. I know it's difficult. But you got me, bro. You got me. And the thing is, you might be thinking like, yeah, bro. I'm just proud of who I am at this point, bro. I might keep dropping my pen, bro. Yeah, this is it.